Hello.
Hello, everybody. Again, we have today with the AI developer, a person who is running an AI company, who is running an AI startup, and he's bringing a lot of products to the market. Since our last podcast, we received a lot of questions, right? So we're going to
Uh-huh.
ask you a couple of questions. So if you're ready, we can keep asking you question and we would love you to answer some of our questions.
I would love to answer all your questions. It's just I'm currently also working on my product. So if you see me doing some things, then just, sometimes it lets me because I'm coding with the cloud code, I'm coding with Codex, so I have to prompt them. I'm already on the agentic engineering space.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We know you're a very busy guy and you're
Yeah.
running all these different companies and products, but our viewers, you are always there for, and they wanted to ask some questions, So we're going to start with some of the questions. The number one question we're going to ask you is like, is the AI making people smarter or just lazier?
It depends on the person using the AI because personally, me, I think it made me 100x faster, x smarter. I almost know about every topic that I need to know just because I have AI. It saved me a lot of money. When I bought my one of my properties, I had to uh, you know, learn a few things in it because at the end of the day, when you invest in a property, it's all about keeping your profits high, right?
Right.
So I wanted to do a few things on my property where I didn't want to pay it to a contractor or somebody. So I used AI on that, and I
So
saved a lot of money.
who are these people who are giving all these excuses that AI is going to take their jobs away, AI making them lazier? Who are these people? What do you think about?
I just don't get it. Like last weekend, I was out and I met these two beautiful women, and I'm asking them about, like, I don't know. I approached them, and the conversation started. They were drunk a little bit. I don't drink,
Right.
so I'm in the
Sometimes you drink, sometimes you
no,
don't.
no. It's Ramadan. I'm not gonna drink.
Oh, like maybe sometimes you drink.
So I don't know how the conversation went to AI, and they start sounding like, oh, we don't use AI because I'm like, why don't you use AI? And they're like, oh, because it makes you dumb. And they were nurses from, I think they told me they are NICU nurses, and I opened this app. I didn't even open ChatGPT. I opened this app. It's called Open Evidence, and it's like medical related app. And
Right.
I gave it to them, and I asked them to ask this app a question, and they asked the question, and then they were like blown away for a little while,
Right.
and then they were like, oh, but it's not a nurse, it's not physically there. And I'm like, Elon Musk is already making robots, so five
Yeah. One day,
years
they're gonna be changing.
he's trying to replace the surgeon. You are an IQ nurse, he's going to replace you first.
So you are giving a kind of like heads up to a lot of people, right? You're
Yeah.
telling them what is coming. The AI is coming for them, and they're not listening to you. So what do you think? What's going to happen if the people are not listening to you? What's going to happen to them?
I think if a guy like Elon nails this robotic tech, which maybe he's saying 5 years, you never know. Maybe it's not 5 years, maybe it's 10 years, right? Or
Right.
maybe it's some Chinese company that nails it. Everybody's losing their job. Everybody who's not working with AI, who's not getting up to date with AI, who's not making themselves a 100x worker is going to lose in this space. It's already up there. You gotta be proficient in a lot of things. Anderson Harvard's, or I don't really remember his name, the
Right.
guy who runs A16Z is already saying that you have to be smarter in multiple fields. You cannot be just one field guy. You cannot be just a full stack front end developer or a back end developer. You gotta be a developer. You gotta be a product designer. You gotta be everything.
But people are blaming you guys because you are the AI company owners. You are
Uh,
making these type of products. You are making these type of programs. We're going to take people's jobs away. People are blaming you guys. What do you think? Blaming you guys?
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame Sam Altman and blame this other guy who runs cloud. I forgot his name, but blame him.
Okay, so we are not going to blame you today, but you guys are taking away, you are making programs, you are taking away people's jobs, So there is another question we're going to go to, like, if AI innovation moving faster, how are
Right?
you going to handle it? How are you going to handle that because it's moving so faster? How are you going to handle that pressure?
The only advice I can give to people is start using it. There's no excuse. You cannot just sit on the sidelines. If you're a front end developer or a back end developer, or if you're an IQ nurse, who cares? Start using AI.
So
Start getting better.
let's go to another question, which is very, very tricky question. If AI became smarter than humans, then who's going to control it? What you guys are thinking about? How are you guys going to control it?
On the first layer, Sam Altman will control it. Maybe Elon controls him, and then on the other layer, I'm gonna control you. So that's how it's gonna be. That's why I'm making products.
So you are making products, so it means a lot of nurses and doctors and a lot
It's
of people going to
it,
lose jobs.
it's a race to the bottom. It's a race to the bottom. So let's see. Like I wanna be up there somewhere in the triangle. So that's how it's gonna be. I don't know who else to blame.
So there is another question is like, have you ever built something that scared you?
I made this agents the other day and I was experimenting with them. I was doing a lot of, back and forth testing with them. And I don't know, somehow I was watching some reel and then this song got stuck in my mind. And it was a Hindi song. And it's late night. I'm testing. I'm not in the mood to test. So I'm
Right.
asking this agent in that song language and he understands it, and I'm like, okay, wow. So now I started abusing that agent in Punjabi language, and that AI agent starts understanding it and starts not responding to it. And I'm like, but I didn't bake any emotions into this machine yet.
Right.
So how is he being emotional and not responding to me? So that was something like a bit like a moment of like a
But
little
there
bit
is
of.
another question which a lot of people want to ask you. Do you guys feel guilty that a lot of people going to lose their jobs? Because you guys,
I am not the one who's responsible because I'm just trying to save my job, to be honest with you.
if you wanted to save your job, there will be 900 people losing their jobs, right? That's the program.
It should be blame it to Sam Altman, OpenAI, blame it to Anthropic, blame it to X, Elon Musk building, all these AI models. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
So
That's
we
how
have
it is.
another question. Since you are a messenger to these people, are we training AI or AI is training us? What do you think about that?
We are training AI right now, but there is a very special case that happened recently, which they are like a lot of psychologists are saying is called AI psychosis. And there's this huge guy, he's a billionaire, and he got into it, where he thinks he solved this old maths theorem or maths hypothesis or something, but he hasn't solved it yet. But he's posting it on TikTok all day long. So people are saying that he's in AI psychosis. Now imagine this guy has made billions.
Right.
He's not a
Billion of
normal guy.
dollars.
Yeah, not a normal guy. So AI got him in psychosis. Imagine what AI can do to you, who's a normal person.
So tell us, since a lot of people going to be listening to this video, tell us what is the biggest opportunity right now in AI business. Give
Okay,
us
the
the
biggest opportunity is if you have a PC, open it 16 hours of the day. I was playing video game.
we can see a big TV behind
Yeah, I
you,
was I
playing
was
with you.
playing this video game and then I was still coding, still coding. I code all day long. I code
Well,
all day
lovely.
long.
See a nice computer there
Yeah.
too.
So
So, what do you think? Which mistakes do AI startups commonly do? What kind of mistakes do they do? The AI startups.
I think the mistakes would be almost exactly like any other startup. If you hire the wrong people, if you hire people that don't believe in your vision, then yeah, obviously that's a mistake. So the normal mistakes that happen in any company when you start a business is going to be the same in any AI enabled company.
So, why is that? Like all few people who was developing softwares just started AI companies. What make you so interested in this AI company?
Because it's already doing our job. It's already writing the code. It's not doing it on a perfect level where there is, I think if you watch this podcast called uh, All in podcast, and I think there is a guy, Jason, he was discussing that he replaced like 3 employees of his with AI agents, but then he's also paying $300 a day for
Right.
this Anthropic API. When you calculate it, it turns out to be 100K a year. But is that agent doing a better job than a human? Or right now, I think the best advice I can give is hire a cheap engineer like 60 to 80K or 100K, and then enable that engineer with AI. So that's the same advice I would give to somebody who's trying to work for these companies is you should be better at using these AI tools so the companies can hire you and get better work done.
So, what do you think? How you can be a good AI developer in 2026? You need to be a good AI developer.
You need to have an open mind and you need to ask a lot of interesting questions to AI. AI is only as good as the questions you ask it. So that's how it is. Ask it the better questions. And I was working on my product the other day, and then we were developing this architecture for like 2 weeks, and I was doing it with my AI agents. And then we figured out that this is not the right architecture. And then we had to pivot. But I figured out that it was also a problem from my side because I wasn't asking the AI the good questions. The question, like, I wasn't giving it too much pushback. So whatever it told me, I believed on it. What you need to do is you need to question everything. If you need to be on if you are a senior software engineer, you need to be on a principal software engineer
Right.
level. A principal guy needs to be on a staff level. But that's how you're gonna ask AI the better
So,
questions.
do you think the AI will create more billionaires, or they're going to kill the middle class? Like, what the middle class people going to do? They don't know anything. AI
Hmm.
creating billionaires like you. So, what middle class going to do?
I think you can answer this question in the same way as internet created a lot of billionaires, and at the same time internet created a lot of mismatch in public, like wealth inequality, a lot of inequality. But if you look at the data of last 30 years, there's way more billionaires now. I believe that has to do with internet.
Right.
There's way more people who are poorer now. These AI companies, these internet, the innovation getting faster, making some people very rich, where Elon is gonna touch a $1 trillion
Right.
worth very soon.
And middle
And
class
then
is going to die.
and middle class is getting stressed. So I think with this new wave of AI is going to be the same, where billionaires will keep increasing their wealth, and then
So, what do you think? The AI is the biggest achievement in our lifetime, or is the biggest threat to the human beings? What do you think? Is that an achievement or a threat?
I
And
would
you have to
give
be, it's not like you running a AI company and making products. You have to be, like be truthful about that,
Okay, I'll give you the answer in
an
a way
honest
where
answer.
an honest answer. I think it's the same movement as the Manhattan Project. If you think about a Manhattan Project that was done by USA, and US government spent $2 billion to build atomic bomb. Now, if you really think about it, if that thing basically, I would say, guarantees our extinction at some point. At some point in the future, somebody's gonna turn those missiles on each other, and we're gonna all die. But we still build that technology because we wanted to explore, and we wanted to build fusion and fission, and we wanted to build electricity. I think it's the same with AI.
So, what do you think? So, since you are an AI entrepreneur,
Right.
do you think is AI is going to replace other entrepreneurs?
Yes. If you are not working with AI, it's going to replace you very soon.
So if anyone is watching right now and he's not working with AI, he should start working AI. That's on AI. That's what you
He
tell.
should he should experiment with AI. Any company that, if you have a services company, you need to explore how AI can do your job, your employee's job. Any kind of company, you need to start exploring.
So what
Please
do you think
explore.
right now, which is the biggest opportunity with AI right now? What people can do with AI? The biggest opportunity.
The biggest opportunity I would say is when the internet was created, right? It created a lot of opportunities. It made some people developed. So before internet, there were some big companies. There was Apple, there was Microsoft, right? But they were making software on the OS level. And OS level is hard. Not everybody was doing it. Not new companies were not coming in that space. But then
Right.
internet comes, and then this guy is sitting in his parents' house, probably. I don't know his whole story, and he makes Netscape, a browser, right? So this is the same kind of opportunity that AI is going to bring. You can also say that the iPhone movement in 2007, just in one night, created this whole industry of apps, where people who just build like apps like Snapchat or Instagram got billionaires. just
So
out of one app.
if a person who doesn't know coding, right? If a person doesn't know coding, how that person can start his own AI business or AI company if he doesn't know about any coding? Can that person can start a business?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But you have to learn a lot. It's going to be like a learning curve is always going to be there, right? So you have to deal with that learning curve where you have to ask AI questions. You need to watch some videos. There's a couple of good YouTubers out there who are building, and just try to get in there and try to build things.
And if a person right now who is very young, how he can prepare himself for a AI driven future because AI is coming. How he
Okay,
can prepare himself?
so when I was a kid, I wanted to be an electrical engineer, right? So, or maybe I didn't want to be an engineer. I wanted to do something else, but I
You
was
wanted to be a nurse?
no, never, not a nurse. I wanted to be something, but my parents forced me to be an engineer.
Okay.
I actually liked some civil engineering shows on TV, so I
Okay.
guess I wanted to be a civil engineer. But back then, I cannot be one, right? But
Right.
I have to go to university. But right now, AI is right there.
Right.
ChatGPT is right there. Ask it. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer. I'm pretty sure it can teach you much better.
But if what if the chat GPT said you don't need a doctor anymore? I'm a doctor. So
Now,
what
no,
is gonna happen?
it's never gonna tell you that because these companies baked a persona in it where it agrees to everything.
So let's talk about some of the topic about men's life these days, right?
Okay.
So what do you think? What does it mean to be a man in 2026? Like, is it hard to be a man right now?
It's definitely hard. The morals of the society are way down, and you have to work extra hard for a woman that probably in your granddad days would be called something else. I don't want to say it on reels.
So what do you think? How a younger guy can build a confidence? How can he can start a business? How he can make himself confident to start?
Okay, everything starts with you gotta approach. You gotta talk to everybody. That's the only way to build confidence. You go out, you order a coffee, talk to the cashier.
Right.
And guys, in my opinion, are afraid of talking to women more than guys because we are used to talking to guys all our life,
Why they're
right?
afraid? Why they cannot just talk to a woman?
Yeah,
What should they do?
I think it's baked in our evolution. So before we used to live in villages, right?
Right.
And we used to be hunter gatherers, or we used to have small communities. So if
Right.
you approach a woman in that kind of a community and she didn't like you, back, you would be ridiculed in the whole community, and you cannot
Right.
just leave that community and go somewhere.
Right.
But today's modern world, you can go anywhere. Nobody's gonna even remember you. Our attention span is less than 5 minutes, 5 seconds now. But evolution is baked in our brain. We cannot do
So
anything about it.
why do you think like a lot of men these days are being feminine these days? Like if you see any TikTok or any videos, men are trying to be feminine, but they try act like a woman. Why
I've
is that?
seen some reels. I've seen some TikToks. I've seen some accounts where the algorithm is favoring a man who's more, I would say, feminine, more. Uh, I don't know how to say it in. I would say in Urdu it would be called a khusra type
Okay.
guy. So I've seen that. I've seen that algorithm is favoring it. I don't know why is that. If it's the companies that baking that thing in their algorithm, or it's just the preference of us humans. I'm not sure about it yet. But
So
yes,
so men like you when they try to teach different men, I think a lot of mine think you are too masculine. How to be a masculine man in this world? What do you think?
you don't compromise. Don't compromise your values. Don't compromise your feelings, and don't compromise your comfort for anybody. Any
Right.
woman in this world. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of fish in the sea. If she goes away, let her go. Catch the next one.
But a lot of men they are not out of their houses. They don't want to swim in this. They don't want to catch anything.
Well, then a fisherman like me would catch all of it. I catch a lot of fish already.
Then
So
that's a
if
bad that's a bad news for all these guys, because you're catching all the fishes.
I'm gonna catch like two, three tonight. So
That's
don't go
good.
out. Please don't go out. Let me do everything.
We are
I'm
rooting for
fine with
you, so
it.
you catch it tonight. Well, we're going to end the show today. and we're gonna do another part tomorrow where we're gonna ask you the question what happened tonight.
Sure, sure. I would be fine with it.